Houston last night, and 192 win for Los Angeles, noon for the Rockets, but Luka had his 36, 6 and 4, LeBron with 18. KD, 18 points, 7 turnovers. Very interesting, very high intensity in this one. Good defense. It felt playoff-esque, if you will.
Well, we're talking about the Lakers and good defense?
I don't know what to tell you. It's their 6th straight win, by the way, 32-1 when they lead after the third quarter. That's a fun stat. What does it tell you?
Well, it tells you that when they get off to a good start, they can keep their foot on the gas, that they're a much better team. They're not very good when they're coming from behind. They're not very good in these close games in the fourth quarter. So that does tell you something. And also, if this team can hold teams under 100 points, will you grow up?
I can't, and I won't.
If this team can hold you under 100 points, that is the tell-all, because they're going to score, a lot more than that. So if they can put themselves in that defensive side where they can actually hold teams to shooting, I think they were, 5 of 26 from 3 with 24 turnovers for the Rockets. First of all, they're not going to win many games doing that, but the Lakers are going to win a lot of games if they can be that physical. And I love the defensive schemes they had. They basically said, okay, we're going to trap Kevin Durant. We're going to pressure him full court. We are going to make it miserable for him because we're okay with letting Thompson and Eason and Finney-Smith and Okogie, think about those 4 names. None of those guys can shoot at a consistent elite level. So when you take the ball out of Kevin Durant's hands and Sengun's not on the floor, now you're really banking on Jabari Smith to make shots, to Reed Shepherd to make shots, because most of those other guys that I just mentioned, they're slashers and they're athletic and they're great players in their own right. But the fit and the shooting and the spacing doesn't really work when you take the ball out of Kevin Durant's hand with that offense. As you can see, the hurry-up offense, the bad three-pointers taken, the 24 turnovers. So if the Lakers, I like how they were disruptive last night and they guarded Kevin Durant and made these other guys beat them. If they can continue to do things like that, night in, night out, the scouting report, they're going to score a bunch of points. And Luka with another banger last night. They're on to something. Again, 6 in a row is nothing to snooze at. And we said yesterday that these first 2 Houston Rockets games, they're going to be important because they're right there neck and neck in the standings, and this is a great start on the long road trip.
1 down for them, Lou. By the way, it's that whenever anybody says anything about, I'm like, I don't know. I don't understand the Lakers. And now I'm starting to think, well, they're definitely not a one and done anymore, right? Is that narrative officially dead?
That's why narratives suck. That's why they suck, because they change by the day, right? Listen, yesterday I said if the Lakers want to be successful, they got to outscore teams. They got to outscore them by a low clip. Now today I'm saying if they can keep teams under 100 points, they're going to have an opportunity to win basketball games. So in 24 hours, I went from them being an offensive-minded team to them finding something on defense that works for them. And listen, this is a dangerous team. Luka, LeBron, and Austin, they've been nothing short of amazing. They've found some type of balance that works for them. Austin Reeves does a lot of the heavy lifting, and Luka does what he does, and he brings them home. And LeBron James has turned into a safety blanket for them. That's the team that in order for them to be successful, it looks like that's going to be the recipe for them moving forward. So they've been nothing short of amazing these last 6 games. It looked like they're going to stay in that 3rd spot based on where they are in the standings and how many games they're up on a 4th place team and how many games they're down on a 2nd place team. So this is probably a position that they're going to stay in, and they're going to be good for it. They're a better home team than they are on the road. But right now, while they are out on this road trip, if they can come back home with 3 or 4 of these wins and keep themselves in a great position, who knows what the limit is for the Los Angeles Lakers at this point.
And think about it, maybe even as early as last week, we said that's going to be tough for whoever they face in the first round. And I still think it is. But right now, if you look at today, and they're the 3 seed, and they play Minnesota, who's struggling. And Anthony Edwards is now out, going to miss a couple games. So it just flips so quick. That's the hard part about having a show every single day, is that you have to
you have to be open to things.
You don't want to get too high, you don't want to get too low, and that's the exact same thing with these teams. Think about all the different roller coasters these different teams have been on. The Pistons were unreal, then they kind of hit a down point.
Yeah.
The Thunder, the Knicks have been an absolute roller coaster. All these teams deal with that when you go through an 82-game season. So the fact that the Lakers have gone, especially the Clippers, but the Lakers, the fact that they have gone through this and now they're starting to peak, they're starting to play, and you'll see this is the most important time. Rotations are set, guys know their roles exactly, you know exactly what kind of defense you're going to be playing, all the schemes. So now it's just going out there and it's playing hard and it's executing the game plan. The Lakers have been doing that perfectly on this last stretch.
Another 36 for Luka, obviously leading the league in scoring. this is going to be what, his 8-year career. It'll be his second scoring title. That ain't bad. Is he the best pound-for-pound scorer in the league?
It's hard to say no, right? He's leading the NBA in scoring, and there's so many good scorers, and he's adapted with the style, and he's playing just as fast in early threes. And again, there's no right way to guard this guy. He's 6'7", 6'8", well over 200 pounds, so he can post you up, he can beat you off the dribble. He's so crafty with his speeds and his shot fakes and head fakes, and again, he does all this while getting everyone around him involved. He makes some unbelievable passes. So yeah, it's hard not to, there's some great scorers. SGA is a great scorer. Kevin Durant still you got to put up there. Anthony Edwards, these guys, Tyrese Maxey, like these are all guys that can score in so many different ways, but the numbers don't lie. And this dude is on an absolute heater, and he's on a tear. And you expect him every single night to do things like this because he's that good. And it doesn't matter who they're playing. Like the other night they played, it was Minnesota. I'm like, this is a great defensive team. Jay McDaniels are going to show length at him. Rudy and Nasri, they can build. And he just did whatever he wanted to do against them. Like, it's just ridiculous.
It's annoying.
There's no stopping him. It really isn't.
I mean, it's great. Sorry. Lou, what do you think? Is there anyone that you would even possibly argue against him at this point?
I will make a case for SGA, but obviously Luka is the leading scorer of the league. I don't care how you cut it. He's one of the most dynamic scorers around on all 3 levels. Like Chandler just said, you can put any kind of great defender at him. You can throw any kind of coverage. He's seen it all, and he's done it all in those coverages. He knows how to get to his spots, knows how to use his body to get to those spots and draw fouls and shoot from, when you got a guy that can shoot the ball 40 feet from the rim and drive the ball and have the ability to make plays, he's dangerous at all times. And Luka has been that way throughout the course of his career in the NBA. He's been like that overseas when he was a child. We're talking about somebody who's been a pro since he's 15 years old. He's seen it. And he's seen every single thing that you can possibly throw at him. And his response to that is, I'm just going to average a little bit short of 33 points a game throughout the course of his season. So I'm agreeing with everything Chandler is saying. He's if not the best scorer in the league. Some people can make a case for first or second, but nonetheless, he's the guy for sure.
That's what's crazy to me is like when you play the Lakers and you play the Thunder, let's talk about those 2 guys for a second. Like the whole strategy and game plan is to stop them or to disrupt them or be physical with them or deny them. Like the other night against OKC, my man was getting triple teamed.
Is that good?
It's just ridiculous how talented these guys are offensively and how crafty and smart they get with the ball.
Wasn't this the Kobe thing? They used to be like, just let Kobe have his points and stop everybody else.
And
like that's
what?
Try that.
I played for Kevin McHale, and he used to like kind of make jokes, but he was kind of dead ass serious. He was like, I wouldn't even look at the guy that was guarding me. I was looking at the guy that was coming to double me. Oh. And I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, is SGA looking at the second guy coming to double him? Is he not even noticing who's in front of him because he knows just someone else is coming from another angle? So it's crazy because these guys, they're going to see everything. They're going to see smaller guys. They're going to see size. They're going to see switching, double team. We've seen boxing ones this year, for Christ's sake. Like, it's like college. And they still
how frustrating
figure out ways to go and have 30. Like, it's nuts.
That's got to be frustrating. There's nothing you can do. By the way, the Rockets did start Clint Capella on DeAndre Ayton in this one. I love that for everybody. It's only his second start of the season for Capella. And it was a pretty quiet game for Ayton until it wasn't.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
And I love it so much. Ime's like, get out there, do
you think that was like a troll a little bit?
100.
No, it was a troll. 1,000% it was a troll.
If I could have controlled this myself, I would have made the same move. This is awesome.
That's
exactly what you want to do. But then Ayton did kind of wake up and played at a much higher level. So, do they go as DeAndre Ayton goes? How big a deal is he on this Lakers team to be important?
I don't know if they go as far as he goes. I think they go as far as Luka and Austin Reeves and LeBron James
but we've seen that not.
We've seen how much better they are when he's active and when he's aggressive. And sometimes when you watch him play, he floats and he's just a non-factor.
Yeah, he's like not there.
They can't have that version of it. And just little things, not even scoring. You have to see him attacking the glass. You have to see him. The amount of times I've seen like offensive rebounds against him on the free throw line is just unacceptable. With his size and his body and the way how athletic he is, he should be one of the more dominant forces every single night, each night in and night out. And sometimes he doesn't do that. So I think I have no problem with DeAndre Ayton other than just his effort and his motor, because it's you never know which version you're going to get, and that's unacceptable at this point of his career and how much experience he has. And on this team now, on a great team with great teammates, like, he knows how important he can be by just playing hard.
Just
Yeah.
be present, man. Just be
Yeah,
present.
and just be an added weapon that they can use. We just talked about Luka's playmaking ability, right? He's a guy that knows how to make plays. So if you're gonna give him a 7-footer in there, somebody that can be a lob threat or that can go finish plays for him when he's driving to the basket, that gives them an added threat at the rim, and that opens up the 3-point line and that opens up the mid-range game that these guys like to play in. And what I liked about his game last night, his stats probably won't jump off the page, but 6 out of the 11 rebounds that he had were offensive rebounds, and he was able to put those back or kick them out for 3-pointers. That's a guy that's going to give you added possessions and give you an opportunity to win a basketball game with those possessions. And so when these things come down to 2 or 3 possessions to win a game, and you can make offensive rebounds and give your team second chance opportunities, that becomes something that they can use and makes them more dangerous. So if DeAndre Ayton can do that at a consistent place, like you said, if you just don't float off in games and just let the other guys do the work and become more involved in the offense, that's going to make